Shady Bobby. Welcome to Wrestling with Big E and the POT. Podcast tag champs of the whole world, slamming like a DDT. Got it like just like a figure four. Hulk Hogan, all they do is flex. Talking wrestling while they get the dough. Off the top like a superplex. Think they letting up? Hell no. Dusty Rose with the elbow. From the corner like a stinging splash. Straight to the face, I know you felt those. Hey, y'all crying out for help though. Rising up like the dead man. About to go upside your head like Stone Cold with the bedpan. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to Wrestling's where you need to be. Shady Bobby, this show improved like John Cena, you ain't seeing me. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to Wrestling's where you need to be. Shady Bobby, this show improved like John Cena, you ain't seeing me. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Wrestling with them Wrestling Boys. I'm the POT alongside my tag team partner Big E, and we're here to bring you another episode of premium wrestling content. What's going on, bro?
What's up, brother?
Hey, man.
But you know, hey, man, that was 23.
MJ.
23, we in the building.
MJ.
Come on. Hey, man, we talking everything Money in the Bank today. I don't reckon this will be a too long one, be a swift one today, but everything Money in the Bank. 2 weeks away, well, 1 week, June the 7th, the 16th annual Money in the Bank. Before we kick it off about talking about you got any Money in the Banks that come to mind when you hear Money in the Bank? What comes to mind?
I always have to think about the very first one. And I know we have a little backstory behind that. I know we went to kind of talking about it in our live events episode.
Yeah.
We went to that Raw one time, and it was right before WrestleMania 21 when they had the very first Money in the Bank. And I said, wouldn't it be cool if Jericho started out the show on top of the ladder?
Yeah.
We walked in there, bro.
And he was just sitting up there right before the show started.
That boy was sitting on top of that ladder, like I said, which was crazy. But I always think of that one because Edge was the very first winner, and we didn't know how that was going to play out. And of course, that been kind of like a common thing, especially when there are heel champions. You know how they had to do. I call it the sleazy cash in, but that very first one definitely stands out to me. You know, because it was something unique. We've seen ladder matches before, but with six different wrestlers, and you know they all going for this title. I mean, for this briefcase, and then of course, you know, you pretty much got the key to the city, man. You can cash in whenever you have a whole year. So the first one though definitely stands out to me.
Yeah. More than 80%. It's more than 80% that have cashed in that won the championship. So if you're getting the Money in the Bank, clearly you're getting a push in the future. More than likely, unless something happens or, you know, something outside the ring happens, you know what I mean? But it's almost like a reward or keep doing what you're doing. We're going to give you the Money in the Bank. We'll get there. You know what I mean? Keep going every Monday, keep going every Friday. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So one of my favorite things when Brock Lesnar had the Money in the Bank, when he had the briefcase, it would act like it was a radio and do the dancing and stuff.
He used to be doing this and stuff.
Just totally out of his character, and it was so funny.
Right.
You know, it was so funny. So I love that part. I think Seth Rollins cash in is the most iconic to me.
Absolutely.
Just, you know, the way he came down, and the match wasn't over. You know, so it wasn't like he ran in like when who was that?
Like when Edge cashed in the first time.
Yeah, or Dolph Ziggler when Alberto Del Rio had beat down already. Or was that was and then CM Punk cashed in just like that too. So
Sheamus did too. You remember I was at the Survivor Series in Atlanta, the 25 years of Undertaker. Matter of fact, they had a tournament, like Roman Reigns had to win 2 matches to win the title, and then here comes Sheamus.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So But yeah, man. We got Money in the Bank coming up. I like the way it is right now, the way the card is set up, and we'll go ahead and just we'll just get all over the place. We ain't gonna sit here and talk about in no order. You got both of the champions wrestling, but neither titles are on the line. Extends their run a little bit, but you also get to see them in action. Both of them will be there, and they'll be wrestling against each other in a tag match. That's with Jay Uso, Cody, John Cena, and Logan Paul. Curious to see how Logan Paul does in a tag match, especially with Cena. You already got Cody and Jay, former tag team champions. You know, the only tag team run he's had without his brother. So I think all in all, that match is going to be good. I see the faces going over. You know, something will happen or whatever. I don't know if we'll have another Travis Scott sighting, if they want to try to do that a little bit better than they did the last time, trying to gain a little momentum for it, because it really didn't make no sense the last time.
I don't think we're going to see that no more, but I don't know.
Well, I'm just going off by what I read a couple of days ago, you know.
Yeah, because I don't see Travis Scott working in the ring. So,
because at one point they were talking about doing a triple threat match, and I just read that the other day, and it could be bull crap like it always is, you know. But I did read that it was before it was supposed to be the Usos and Cody Rhodes and Travis Scott, Logan Paul, and John Cena. So I'm just telling you what I read. They know, like I say, it's dirt sheet, so you don't know here or there or everywhere. Right. But you know, that's going to be a good one. Like I say, it extends the moment, it extends their run, extends their momentum a little bit. I did think on SmackDown it was kind of funny how they were booing Logan Paul but cheering Cena, and how they're going to be teaming up with each other. You know what I mean? So that was weird. I don't know, man. I'm also anxious to see how the crowd treats Cody, from him being back and then being in the ring and not a run in or, you know, anything like that. Really interested to see how that works. And,
especially when you kind of got that thing going with both of them, just like you said, how booing Logan, cheering Cena.
Yeah.
They definitely cheering Jay.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, yeah, so
all over the place.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you on that. That should be interesting.
Yeah. So definitely looking forward to that. What are you thinking of the outcome? What are you thinking about it?
I'm going with you. I think the face is going to win.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, now I think the key is the extra stuff, what's going to happen. Like you said, is it going to be a Travis Scott sighting? Are we going to see The Rock? Who knows? You know?
Yeah. And we do got SummerSlam coming up. So, and that's not too far away.
Right.
You know, and that's going to be a big one. 2 nights.
Right.
First night. Yeah. So that's going to be huge. So that's going to be good. So a lot of people involved. Let's talk about the women's Money in the Bank match. Now, there's still one spot left open. So you've got Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, and what's the girl's name? It starts with a G. Crap. The other one, Givarilla, whatever her name.
I can't say her name.
But we got one.
It too, bro.
Right. I hope she is listening, but I hope she ain't listening to that part. Hopefully she ain't go to the bathroom. But yeah, it's kind of hard to have a wrestling show and you can't pronounce the wrestlers' names. So we got one spot left open. You got Raw coming up in 2 days, and it probably be. I'm thinking either Liv Morgan, or because she's back now, came back last week, But I'm thinking, I don't know. I know I'm thinking Liv. Who else do you think about to be making a spot in there?
Thank you. I'm going. I'm agree with you. I think things live.
Okay.
I mean,
So
you also it would make sense to be live, not just because it would make sense to be live, but you got that thing Roxanne Perez going on.
right. Yeah. The
So
Judgment Day tag team champs.
right.
So yeah.
Right.
Don't really know who's gonna win this one. Don't have a you can always put Rhea Ripley in there because she's a powerhouse. You know, Naomi gonna be feuding with Jay, gonna be feuding with Bianca.
Beyond.
Is she gonna have the briefcase? You know, I mean, they're doing something new with her, and she's walking around looking like an Owen Hart with the caution tape on and stuff, and the dark makeup and all that stuff, which is cool. You know, but then you got Alexa Bliss. I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
Who Bliss?
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Okay. I like that, but I can't go. I can, but I'm not gonna go with Bliss. But I like that. Uh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw in a wild card. I don't think even if we predicted maybe Liv, I don't see her winning Money in the Bank.
right.
She just had a title.
Yeah,
I don't see them letting Rhea because she probably gonna be the favorite,
mm-hmm.
and I don't. She don't really. She's the type that don't really need the Money in the Bank
Right.
because she already. I mean, I know Alexa Bliss been champion multiple times too, but Rhea's like on top right now.
Right.
The past
Right.
3 years, Rhea's, she's top tier. So I don't
Right.
really see what
She
winning
doesn't
Money in the
have to have
Bank.
the briefcase. Yeah.
Yeah. She don't. I don't think that would benefit her. Uh, I'm gonna go with Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne and Liv at both of them at the top of the ladder, and you got Liv thinking that Roxanne's gonna let her just go ahead and get it.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
that would be because that's a good point because she's trying to earn her stripes with the Judgment Day, right?
Right.
Giving Dom chicken fingers and
Yeah. So she's just
try,
gonna automatically assume that she's gonna
right,
let Roxanne's just gonna let her get it, you know, and make sure nobody knocks him over or nothing. And then it turns
right,
into slams her head and how to pull her head towards the ladder, knock her
right,
back, and then she's the Money in the Bank winner.
right.
So that would be cool. We definitely have to see what happens with that one. So when we do the review, we'll know that I picked Alexa Bliss and you picked Roxanne Perez.
Absolutely.
The men's Money in the Bank. You got Solo, LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Penta, and Andrade with won the qualifying match when the Solo cost Jacob in the match. Jacob Fatu the match. And so something's gonna definitely happen with that. There could be something where Jacob Fatu interferes to keep Solo from winning. I definitely don't think Seth Rollins is gonna win. I think CM Punk's if Fatu don't show up, CM Punk's gonna show up and either cause him to win or beat him up afterwards or something. Cause him to lose rather for the stuff that's happening. My prediction, and I hate I don't even want to say it.
I know it.
Yeah.
LA Night. Yeah.
Yeah. So he doesn't have a U.S. title no more. He had a U.S. title run.
Yeah.
It gives him a year to kind of figure out what they want to do. But I think LA Knight is going to get Money in the Bank.
I'm going to agree with you, but now, of course, I like LA Knight, but
yeah,
I'm kind of I'm kind of having a hard time with that though. I don't know if they'll pull that trigger,
yeah,
but I'm trying to use process of elimination, and like I said, definitely Solo won't win. I was
yeah.
thinking maybe Seth Rollins, but maybe for the same reason why I don't think Rhea's gonna win. Why would Seth win?
At the very
But
top, they got the biggest
but at the
story
same
going right now.
time, can you imagine him with the briefcase again, and then he got
Two
Braun
powerhouses.
Breaker and Bronson? Like, yeah, like
Yeah,
wow, so they may pull that trigger like
they
just for that
could,
dynamic.
because
Yeah,
you don't, when you have a faction like that, you would think you as somebody would be the champ. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So it's like that might be the way they could do that.
You know what? That's my prediction. I'm going with Seth Rollins.
Well, I'd
But
rather be
I can
Seth
see
Rollins
how
for
maybe LA Knight will win,
LA.
but I can't see nobody else winning though besides one of them
Yeah.
two.
And we also don't know who the sixth guy is. I'm hoping that AJ Styles. I don't know. You got Karrion Cross, who is around but really ain't doing much. You know,
Who's the third person in that triple threat match
the
on Raw?
uh, I don't know.
I can see them putting AJ in there just because AJ and he this ladder match. But I
Yeah,
definitely don't see him winning it at this point in his career the way they've been pushing him,
no,
or booking him. That is.
yeah.
However, I can't see
That's something
nobody else.
That's something he hasn't had though.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah. And does he have one more title run in him before he calls it quits?
I mean, me and you would both love that. I
Yeah,
just don't see it happening though.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, we would love that. I mean,
yeah,
I definitely wouldn't be mad about that. We know he can go. He's AJ
yeah,
Styles, still
yeah.
phenomenal. However, the way he's been booked lately, I just don't see them doing that.
Yeah.
But I definitely, like you said, I don't see Solo winning, and I think Jacob's gonna prevent that from happening.
Right.
LA Knight or Seth, I just think it'll be very. I don't want to say scary, but man, I can if Seth get that briefcase now, wow, like they really can. And but like I said, it's not like he needs it.
Right. But the storylines make it. There's so
Right,
much you can do with it and him with
right,
him right now.
right. That's why
You
I'm
know,
picking him.
and that's because it could be a thing where he could just be taunting everybody every week. I can be the
Right,
champion. I can get the championship whenever I want to.
right,
I'm not. I don't want to yet. You
right.
know, just talking that shit like that.
Or imagine you use Jey Uso for example. He's the current world champion. Imagine him winning the match, and then here come Bronson Reed do a tsunami on him after the match, and then here comes Seth saying,
I could be the champion right now.
right. I mean, that would
Yeah.
be very.
Especially,
I think
it would build up his attitude, and the cockiness to do that would just fits him and suits him right now.
right.
You know. So yeah. I'm still gonna stick with LA Knight.
Okay.
I don't want to, but I think Seth Rollins is a better pick now. I did at first think, CM Punk would cost him that, but it's too many doors you could open if you do give it to him.
Right.
So that's the way you got to look at it. The way I'm looking at it. Becky Lynch, Lyra for the women's IC title. This is their second match, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do we see the title change hands or do we see a big third match at SummerSlam for the IC title or a rematch if Becky Lynch were to win?
I think we're gonna see a rematch. I think Becky's going over.
Okay.
And I think that, like, to your point, SummerSlam probably the blow off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause now, if Lyra wins this time, then it had to be a Dusty Rhodes finish. Like,
right.
It had to, because like she already beat her once. If she beat her twice, then it really be no sense of going.
Right. That's 2 out of 3. Yeah.
Right. You know,
yeah.
so
Like,
if she doesn't win, it's gonna be shenanigans.
Right. So it's got to be something. It's got to be like a Dusty finish.
Right.
And way to bring up the Dream on the podcast.
If you will.
The American Dream. Yeah, I'm going with you. I think Becky should win the title. I don't think she should. I think she will. And then the blow off will be at SummerSlam.
Because I think the narrative is gonna be, oh, she's first Grand Slam champion. Now they have the US and the IC title. So it's like, oh, now she got the IC title, you know. So
right. Yeah. So something else to scratch off that she got.
Right.
Yeah. And definitely don't know how long she's back for, but I'm sure they want to decorate her as much as possible.
Right.
You know. So let's jump back into Cody, Jay, John Cena, and Logan Paul real quick.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that for a minute before we shut it down. The little review, review for or preview rather of Money in the Bank. I think the entrances are going to take the time out of everything. The entrance is going to take about 10 minutes with all them, with Cody's entrance, with Jey Uso's entrance.
Out there yeeting with Pat McAfee losing his mind and all that, yeah.
I'm yeeting all over the place, Cole. But I think I really, like I said, the crowd is what's got me interested. You know, everybody's gonna get their moves in. Logan Paul will do something crazy. Cody will take a beating, you know, come back.
Right.
You know, Jey Uso's gonna get a splash in, super kicks, all that stuff. You're gonna see everything that they got to offer. You know, you'll see John Cena's 5 moves. You know. But and then, you know, the 5 knuckle shuffle. Bro, just to get off hand real quick, we were talking about the Truth last week. Ron the Truth killing.
You mean Ron Cena? Ron Cena, get it right.
Did you see him on SmackDown?
I missed that.
Bro, when he was talking, he was talking to something. Looked like he was talking to Little Jimmy. Nobody was there, and Jeff Cobb, Solo, and Jacob Fatu walk up.
Right.
And he looked at Jeff Cobb. He said, "I swear I've never seen you a day before in my life." And he looked at Solo. He said, "This your son, man?" He's talking about. He's a husky little fella.
Jeff Cobb might be older than Solo, you know what I mean? Oh man.
Yeah, he said, is this your son?
Truth hilarious, man.
Hey man, Solo's been hilarious here lately. The stuff he's doing, like
Jacob
Brown.
Jacob about to put the boots to him though.
Bro, he finna make an example out of him.
Hey, all gas, no brakes, bro.
Hey, you know what I mean? When I tell you, I know Jacob Fatu listens to E40 at least twice a day. I know he does. He probably listens to Yuck Mouth, all them guys.
Oh, man. Your boy Dre McAfee.
Hey, Mac Dre, Mac DRE. I'm in motion. I know he listens.
He probably listens to everybody.
Man. Yeah, he West Coast for real.
Right.
But he the Bay Area though. So I know he listens to all them. Yeah. So yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, but that definitely going down pretty soon. But that's going down very soon.
Might be a build up. Might be a build up for the US title match.
Oh, absolutely.
At SummerSlam.
Absolutely. I don't see him losing the title nobody soon. And if he does, it's gonna be because of Solo.
Right.
But that's probably gonna be, like you said, SummerSlam. I mean, it's coming to a head.
Yeah.
And this last thing when he cost him the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Qualifying match. Oh no. No. Because now you're messing with world title opportunities.
Yeah.
And Solo already in that match, and he keep telling that man, hey, I don't need your help.
Right.
So I'm just trying to help. Yeah, but you keep fucking up.
Right.
So, I mean, that's storytelling. So, that we all see what's coming with that,
right.
and Jacob gonna put the boots to his ass, and everybody's gonna love it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They're gonna go crazy. And then he'll win. And Solo win still. He gonna beat the shit out of him, but still get the win though.
Right.
You got JC, no longer Jeff Cobb, but I know Tonga Loa's hurt, but Tama Tonga, I don't think he's hurt.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know, man. I don't know if they. I don't know. You wait for them guys. You wait so long for guys like that to show up there. And then it's just like you just book them weird.
I know.
They don't really get to say shit. Tonga Loa, like he came and Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu won the tag titles, and they made it give it to Tonga Loa. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird.
That was weird in itself because it was like Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga, they're brothers and they've been tag teams. Like, why would they?
Why would they be a tag team in the first place?
But why they put him as a tag team? But then to take, and I guess storyline purposes though, they're like, okay, Solo, that I guess that was the start of the friction. Like, hey, I'm tag team champion. Now you making me give this dude the belt?
I love you.
Right. So I guess they did it obviously for storyline purposes, but that never made sense to me. But looking back at it, they did that to start plant those seeds.
Yeah.
So
because Jacob Fatu's undefeated.
Right.
The little tag team titles, he ain't undefeated. Right.
True. Right. Yeah. Right. But we saying, why did he win them in the first damn place?
Right. So it's just like I say, it's weird.
Yeah, but like I said, they storyline, like, okay, like, yeah, he tag team champion, but hey, I'm your boss, I guess. Yeah. I'm your leader. Let's just put it that way. Hey, you give your belt to him.
Yeah.
I need you to be my personal bodyguard. And he's like, wait a minute, but so I got to give up this belt.
Right.
It's a championship. You know what I mean? So,
right. What you mean?
Yeah.
Real quick before we call it a night, it's only four matches on the card. If there was a fifth match, if they did say put one more match in the card, I know I've got one. What would you think about? Who would you think that would be? A little fantasy book in there. If they added one more match with the shit.
One more match
right now.
I don't know, because the multiple storylines in both the Money in the Bank matches.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe a Sami Zayn and Bronson Reed match. I think
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that because even we talked tag team division last week, and they had some crazy stuff going on SmackDown with their tag team division. So I don't see them booking a match for Money in the Bank. They just, I mean, I don't know. But I can that would make sense. Like maybe Sami Zayn And then definitely Gunther won't be involved because he's fighting for the world title
at SummerSlam.
No, it's gonna be on Raw.
On Raw.
Yeah, not this week, but
the week after. Yeah, the week after
the night. Yeah. So, like I said, both of the world titles are involved in the tag match.
Yeah.
Randy Orton's not really in the picture.
No.
So that's a good fantasy booking. That's good. But that's possible. Yeah. I can see them doing maybe a Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed.
We'll definitely find out tomorrow night. I mean, not tomorrow night, Monday night. And you definitely see where they'll go with it, see what's gonna happen.
Or they can do Sammy and Punk versus Bronson and Braun Breaker.
Ooh. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Because Seth and Money in the Bank.
Man.
They may do that, but of course Raw's Monday, so that could very possibly be the fifth match.
Yeah, they might they might work something in, something happen. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. So we'll be back next week with the preview of Money in the Bank. We'll talk about the winners, the matches, who went crazy. I'm looking for Penta and Andrade to do something crazy out there off one of them ladders.
Yeah, they're going to show out.
Pentagon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what they're in that match for. I will say just a little inside baseball for everybody that's listening. First of all, appreciate y'all. A couple more subscribers this week. We're up to 109, 110, I think, maybe 109. 110. And
110.
Yeah, so we on our way, y'all. We are on our way. We appreciate it. If you're watching now, hit the like button, make a comment, whatever. But please, 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 please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome to Wrsslin Channel.
Please like, comment, subscribe.
But
I get the whole comment thing, but it doesn't take a whole lot to hit like or subscribe. And I'm not saying that you might not like us,
right?
But if you're watching the content and if y'all mess with us, I never really understood. Okay, you watch something and we appreciate the subscribers, obviously,
right?
But hey, man, show us some love, man. Because that's how this stuff works. The likes, the comments, especially liking, the likes and the views is everything in this game.
Absolutely.
And and if y'all mess with us, man, hey, show us some love. We appreciate the love y'all already showing us. Again, 110 subscribers. Thank you very much. And the people who watch every week, hey, we much love to all y'all.
Absolutely.
So
this is gonna be a busy next 2 weeks for us.
Right.
And I think this will be these next 2 weeks will be the most busiest we've been. Because we've got 2 interviews, this episode, and then another episode. So we'll be recording 4 times in the next couple of days. So I'm looking forward to that. We're really looking forward to the one tomorrow. And then I think we got something real cool coming up. Yeah. But yeah, man, big things are coming. And I ain't gotta tell you something when we get off here. Hey, listen, we love y'all. We'll talk to y'all next week. Subscribe, comment, like. Welcome to Wrsslin.
Welcome to Wrsslin.
Welcome to Wrsslin, Chetty Bobby. Welcome to Wrestling with Big E and the POT. Podcast tag champs of the whole world. Slamming like a DDT. Got it just like a figure four. Hulk Hogan, all they do is flex. Talking wrestling while they get the dough. Off the top like a superplex. Think they letting up? Hell no. Dusty Rose with the elbow. From the corner like a stinging splash. Straight to the face. I know you felt those. Hey, y'all crying out for help though. Rising up like the dead man. About to go upside your head like Stone Cold with the bedpan. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to Wrestling where you need to be. Chetty this show improve like John Cena, you ain't seeing me. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to Wrsslin where you need to be. Shady Bobby, this show improve like John Cena, you ain't seeing me. Yeah.